Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a first impression on the new Fenty Beauty foundation. I'm super excited about it. It's kind of funny because I wasn't expecting to buy it. I wasn't expecting to buy anything from Fenty Beauty. I wasn't really part of the hype, you know. I'm not a huge fan of Rihanna's. It's not that I don't like her, I just have never really been into her or her style of music, but I think she's pretty cool. I think she does a lot for women empowerment. I think she's an awesome role model for the most part. And because I showed up to work an hour and a half early yesterday on accident, and because I work in the mall, I just went downstairs to Sephora and I checked it out. And I got matched for the foundation. I didn't even want to hear anything about it because I do want this to be a very fair first impressions. So with all that being said, I'm going to try the foundation on. I'm also going to do check-ins throughout the day and then we'll move on from there. So now let's just get into the video. Okay, so here is the foundation. This is the packaging. It's very sleek and kind of like graffiti, kind of like urban art. I don't know what you describe this as. Yeah, that's the packaging, Fenty Beauty. And then it does say my shade on the top. I got matched to 140, which is light skin with a warm undertone. I've always felt like I'm really hard to match because like my chest is very yellow and kind of like olivey, but my face has a little bit more pink in it. And usually lighter skin tones don't have that olivey undertone. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I am going to prime my skin. I did wash and moisturize my skin today with my Clarisonic and my Philosophy Purity Made Simple. And I moisturized with my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, which is the one for oily skin types. The primer I want to use is the Too Faced Hangover RX. I just want a little bit more hydration in my skin. So I put that on. And to describe my skin type, I would say that I'm combination oily, but with some dehydration, if that makes any sense. I'm not really dry, like my skin doesn't get dry, but it's dehydrated. I don't know how to explain that. Especially my forehead area. That's where this foundation will definitely be put to the test to see if it can deal with fine lines, expression lines, and stuff like that. So this foundation is called the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and the claims on the box say medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. And I do have the Sephora app open right now on my phone to see what the claims are.
Okay, I kept saying 40 shades, but if it's 100 to 490, isn't that 50? God, I feel dumb today.
This foundation does come in 40 shades, which is amazing and super inclusive. I was really confused for a second and thought it was 50. There's shade 100 all the way up to 490, which is amazing. And there are all types of undertones as well, which is awesome. Its claims are that it's medium coverage on the app, but of course the box says medium to full. Of course, Sephora always marks every skin type for what it's for, but it says sensitive, normal, dry, combination oily, and the finish is matte. And it says what it is: a soft matte longwear foundation with buildable, medium to full coverage, and a boundary breaking range of shades, which is very true. What it does. Finally, the ultimate Pro Filt'r in foundation form. Born in 40 boundary breaking shades, Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation gives skin an instantly smooth, pore diffused, shine free finish that easily builds to medium to full coverage. The oil-free formula is made with climate-adaptive technology that's resistant to sweat and humidity and won't clog pores, so that wherever you are, it's going to work on your skin. Best of all, this long-wearing light as air texture is undetectable on the skin, so you always look like you. It does not have parabens or phthalates. It is 100% cruelty-free, which is fantastic. And because I feel like I've been rambling, let's just get into the video and into the application. So I am opening it from the bottom because I don't want to like screw up the label. I don't know. So it comes out, and here it comes in like an extra box. I don't feel like that's necessary. And, ooh, wow. Here is the beautiful packaging. Oh, that's the back. It does say shake well, so I'll remember to shake it. And this is the front. It's super sleek. It's heavy. It feels really nice. Even the plastic on top feels like quality plastic, if that makes sense. It does have the shade on the bottom and the name, but it only says Fenty Beauty on the side, so it doesn't say what the name of the product is. So I'm going to start with one pump of the foundation, and I just use like a little candle top thing. Let's start with one pump, even though I usually use about 2 for most products. It does seem kind of liquidy. I mean, I put a pump, yeah, it's a little bit liquidy, which is actually kind of cool if it does come out full coverage. And I prefer applying foundation with a sponge always. I'm not a brush person, it's just what it is. So honestly, if a foundation doesn't work with a sponge, I don't like it. I feel like that's kind of stubborn, but right now that's my preference in life. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. It did soak into the sponge a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm just starting on this side of my face. Oh. This is with one dip into the product with my sponge and just on this section of my face. I mean, I feel like this is kind of light coverage as of right now, but let's keep going. The one thing I was most shocked about is how good I think this matches me. I mean, you can hardly see a difference between my neck and my face. Like, the other foundation that's a really good match for me is the one in Y225, or this is 117 before. And this looks really nice for a match, and I hope it does not oxidize. I do want to note that I have not watched any reviews or anything. Like, I didn't even watch anybody's Snapchats about it. I really want this to be a complete unbiased first impression. So because I do like using a sponge, I understand that the coverage is probably going to be a little bit lessened. So maybe if you do use a brush, the coverage would be a little bit higher. Right now, I would say it's probably at like a good medium. I did have some scarring on my chin. It is starting to cover it up a little bit, but I do need to go in with probably another pump and a half for the rest of my face. This is really surprisingly liquidy for how full coverage it is. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's full coverage, not with the sponge. I'll just say that right now. Ugh! I just dropped my palette onto the floor, onto my carpet. Fuck. My friend literally just texted me, Fenty makeup, SOS, do I buy? I'm going in on my forehead, which is like really the true test for me. I'm really cautious about putting foundation on my forehead because it does settle into like my expression lines. So I don't want to put more, but I'm going to see, you know, I think that's fair. If there is a single foundation out there in the world that I can build up on my forehead that doesn't settle into my expression lines, it'll be a holy grail. I am trying to build it up around my nose a little bit, on the crevices, you know. And I'm just taking a little bit down my neck just for safety. You know, I don't know if it's a completely perfect match and I don't know if it'll oxidize yet. I'm at a really happy place with this foundation right now. I obviously look a little dead because I have nothing else on, but I do want to zoom you in to kind of show you what it looks like with just the foundation. So I have some redness and some pimples showing through, but that's areas that I don't take a lot of foundation. I had some scabbing from extractions on my nose. Even though I tried to build it up, it didn't cover a lot of the redness around my nose. It didn't even cover up like my beauty marks all that much. There's scarring still present. It didn't cover that scar. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. It is 12:21 right now. That's me being really silly for my lock screen. I'm gonna call the check-in time 12:30 just because that's easier. Like I said, I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did just finish up all my makeup. It's exactly 1 o'clock right now. So it's been on for about 30 minutes. It looks really good. It hasn't worn down anything from then. It is very, very matte, in my opinion. It looks kind of dry. I mean, not dry, but if you have drier skin, this probably is not for you. Once my skin kind of melts into it a little bit more, I'm sure this is going to look even better. I do have highlight on my cheekbones and a little bit on my nose and my cupid's bow, so if you're seeing any glow, that's highlight. So one thing I forgot to mention is that the foundation contains 1.08 fluid ounces, which is a little bit more than the typical foundation, 0.08 ounces more, which isn't that much. But that's awesome, and it's also $34, which is a really reasonable price for a higher end foundation. That's pretty much between Clinique and anywhere from like Makeup Forever, Urban Decay, Giorgio Armani is up to $64. So this is an awesome price for even more product than usual. I also didn't powder except my under eye after I did my concealer with this foundation. It dries to a very powdery matte. And then if you're curious, I am wearing the Modern Renaissance palette on my eyes. And then I'm wearing this Hourglass. It says Girl Peacemaker on it, and I don't know what that means. I think it's like, you know, it's their lipstick, but I got it in a sample size for a Point Perk at Sephora. I really like it. It's pretty classic, you know. So now I'm gonna go film a huge makeup declutter, and I'll go ahead and throw up in the cards if I do remember. And anyways, I'm gonna go throughout my day and I'll check in with you later. Bye. Okay, so I'm in my car. I'm just leaving the post office and getting my dog treats. You know how when you're in your car and you flip down that mirror and it's like super, you know, the real deal kind of reflection. And I mean, this looks pretty good so far. Let me do that test. Okay. So the only spot I feel like it looks weird is like right between my eyebrows, which has never been an issue for me, but it actually, I mean, like when I blend it out with my finger, it looks okay. I feel it getting a little bit oily around my nose. Sorry, this is probably really bad angling. It is super hot today. It's been like 80 degrees. I'd say like it's really, really, really hot in my car. I'm like in probably 100 degrees now because I'm in my car with no AC on. So I just turned on my AC because I'm super hot. It's probably like 85 degrees out right now. So, I mean, I'm giving it a good test. I'll check in with you in a little bit. It's been on for 2 hours, but I'm probably gonna keep it on till like really late tonight. So, let's see. Hour 4 in my car again. So, 4:21, yeah, so hour 4. She said it looked dry in between my eyebrows, which that was kind of my problem area all day today. Creasing. Is my forehead creasing?
Your forehead looks fine, actually.
My forehead looks fine. Update, 21 Days of Beauty. I told you guys I'd do it. I got one brown and one black. $48 with the mascara for $9. Wait, I guess it technically wasn't. Okay, because like I bought a sample size of roller lash the other day and then I forgot that it was the same price as like the full size today. So I returned that one and I got a black one and a brown one. So technically today I got $48 worth of mascara for $9. It's pretty good. Okay, actually, let's do an actual foundation update. What? Yeah. I feel like it looks powdery, even though I never powdered.
Let me see. You never powdered at all? Did you bake under your eyes or anything?
I did do powder under my eyes. That's all.
Okay. I think it looks dry.
Right? I don't know, and I don't even have like fucking dry skin. Like, okay, it's creasing in my smile lines a little. It's not creasing on my forehead, which I said in my first video of the day, that if I can find a foundation that doesn't crease my forehead, it's the holy grail, but I'm taking that back. It looks, I have like a scar right here, and like it's really dry around that scar.
It's dry around acne, I feel, or whatever that like spot on your nose is.
Right here?
No, right here in your nose.
Right here? That's from an extraction.
Right here.
Oh yeah, I have a little pimple right there. It's dry there. So yeah, if you have acne or dry skin,
It clings to that.
this isn't for you. I think like this is for very oily skin, but then again it's not because I don't feel like it's controlling my oil either. Sorry, Riri. Love you, girl. Hi, this is my boyfriend. How does my foundation look?
You're not wearing any makeup.
I'm wearing makeup. He doesn't know what makeup looks like. How does it look? Good?
Yeah.
Like, better than normal?
Go away.
He doesn't understand makeup. So, what is it, like 6:30, 6:45?
No, it's like, I think it's like 4 in the afternoon.
It's like 6:30, and it's
You're
been on.
lying. It's
It's
like.
like 6:30, and this has been on for 6 hours.
I thought it's like 2 p.m.
Stop
Why are you lying to your
fucking-
viewers?
It's not, guys. So I mean, it does look really good. I mean, he thinks that I don't look like I'm wearing makeup, which I mean, I think that's a good thing. But boys are boys. I do look kind of oily. I don't know, a little bit. But most of the glow is highlight. My forehead definitely looks really nice.
11 in the morning. Move.
You're so annoying. I showed them the clock in my first video.
Oh. I don't know how to respond to that. Let's go.
Where are you going?
We're going to Best Buy here.
Okay, I just realized it's like 7:30 right now, and I haven't edited my makeup. I haven't edited my fuck, I can't talk.
Up.
I know. I haven't edited my makeup declutter yet that I was supposed to put up today. So that's gonna be up tomorrow. So it'll be the day after I put this one up. So it'll be up on Monday. It's an extra video, even though technically it's not, because yeah, it's just not on my normal schedule. I guess I might as well do a check-in. It's been 7 hours now. I don't know. I mean, it looks fine, but for 34 bucks, I mean, I guess that's like not even that bad of a price. My forehead looks really good in my opinion, but I can't tell if that's just because it's worn off. Like, I can't tell if my skin has foundation on it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's definitely not full coverage. Okay, I think I can't fucking talk. I think this is gonna be my second to last check-in. It is 10:40 right now, so it's been on for 10 hours. Honestly, I don't feel like my foundation is actually on anymore. Thanks. Oh, you're so sweet. He's the kindest.
I'm wasting electricity for you.
Okay, but I don't know. I don't look really oily. I don't look really dry anymore, which is great because I felt like it was really dry. But I don't feel like the foundation's even on anymore. I feel like it's broken down like completely, but then again, I don't think it has. It looks weird because it wasn't full coverage like it claims to be. I think it was pretty light coverage. I mean, that's because I applied it with a sponge and everything, and I didn't powder my face except for my under eye. So I feel like this did really super well. But this did really well considering it's been on for like 10 hours now. So shut up, they're so annoying. I'll check in one more time once I get home and once I'm about to wash my face and everything. But yeah, I mean, I think it looks really good. It does feel a little bit on there now that my oils are starting to come through, but what? Okay, but I do like it so far. Okay, I'll see you guys in the last check-in and then I'll go to bed. Bye. I pulled in just around like 11:15 in the night. So this has been on for almost 11 hours. It looks pretty good, to be honest. I mean, I think it's actually worn better throughout the day. Do feel a little oily right here by my nose, which is pretty normal for me. I don't think it looks terrible around the nose at all. I mean, this is super up close, so like if you're talking distance away from me, I look gorgeous. Not tooting my own horn, but my skin looks really nice. I mean, I think my forehead looks really smooth. I have like a scar right there, but I mean, for the most part, it's not covered. But when it comes to being like a Filt'r foundation, I think it really hit it on the mark with that one for being like a Filt'r. I feel like my skin overall looks smoothed and improved. Oh, I can rhyme. But it's not like overly perfected. You know, I still see some imperfections, and that's fine with me. That's kind of what I like, actually. I don't like my skin to look canvassed, you know what I mean? For $34, an amazing shade range, and really good wear for almost 11 hours, I'm gonna say that this is a really good foundation. This is definitely for combo to oily skin types. Wouldn't say it will wear well on dry skin, just because you're gonna have to wait for a couple hours for it to even start to look nice, because it kind of looks better the longer you wear it. It doesn't feel insanely heavy except for the areas that I'm extra oily, and I mean, everything wore pretty well. I think I still have my bronzer on. Maybe my blush is gone, but that's normal. And my highlight still looks poppin', so A+, Rihanna, you did great. And I'm really tempted to try out the rest of Fenty Beauty now. Last thing I wanted to mention is I actually picked up the Subculture palette today. I'm really excited about it, and I'll most likely be filming a tutorial or review in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that as well. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I'm not gonna get on my regular camera and do all that. I'm just super tired and I need to wash my face. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like me or you like this video, please of course like it, leave me a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.